now for Stranger Than Fiction. Those 3 real news stories from the past week, so unbelievable they have to be true. Here comes story number 1, Dateline. Phippsburg, Maine. Jamie Accord was walking on the beach with her husband the other day when something happened that she had only seen in the movies. 1 minute she was on her stroll. The next, she was up to her waist in quicksand. Turns out quicksand isn't just in the movies, but thankfully, unlike the movies, experts say people don't get swallowed up by it. Her husband was able to quickly pull her out. Story number 2, Dateline, Rockland, Maine. Virginia Olive knows her lobsters. She's a master lobster trapper and will be back on the waters of the Atlantic this summer to catch the crustaceans. Did we mention Virginia just turned 104 years old? Virginia says she has no plans to retire from her life of trapping lobsters anytime soon. And story number 3, Dateline, the Oregon coast. A dead humpback whale recently washed up on shore. The state of Oregon says people have been talking about what might be done about the giant carcass. State officials say there is one thing that will not be done to the dead whale: blow it up. Some people on social media have been spreading false reports that the whale was going to be blasted with dynamite. Those stories likely started because back in 1970, that's exactly what happened to another dead whale with unexpected results. Or maybe they should have been expected. If you live around here, you know the story. This has been Stranger Than Fiction. Tune in next week. More real news stories so unbelievable they have to be true.
Oh, we know it well, and I wasn't back here in the 70s, I promise, but if you want to see it, there is video.
Well, get outside. That's the message today, right?
Absolutely. We're back at 8. We'll see you then.
Welcome, I'm your host Aditi Singh and you're watching My India. India is among the few world economies witnessing a high growth trajectory following the COVID-19 pandemic. The Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation recently announced that India's economy has surpassed expectations with a remarkable performance in the fiscal year 2023 to 24. The country's GDP grew by an impressive 8.2% for the entire fiscal year, which is a substantial revision upwards from the previously estimated 7.6%.
India's economic growth today is driven by a robust IT and services sector, strong FDI inflows, infrastructure investments, and digital advancements. Government initiatives like Make in India and Digital India, along with financial sector reforms and a young dynamic workforce, continue to boost economic expansion and productivity. The resilience and strength of the Indian economy are evident amidst the evolving global economic landscape. According to the National Statistical Office, GDP growth is provisionally estimated at 8.2% for financial year 2023 to 2024, up from 7% in financial year 2022 to 2023.
GDP numbers are very, very inspiring because we were expecting this number, as we anticipate that growth will be robust in the coming years also, and for the current year 8.2% is very, very encouraging despite so many headwinds like deepening of the geopolitical developments and global headwinds in the macroeconomic environment. India is able to grow more than 8%, rather 8.2% for the last financial year. And this is indicating the results of the effective reforms undertaken during the last many years.
So if we place these numbers in a proper perspective, we find that the Indian economy has displayed considerable robustness, resilience, and accelerated growth despite high rates for a considerable period of time, Russia-Ukraine war, the problem in Iran, Iran-Israel war, earlier we had the Israel-Hamas war, and also lingering effects of COVID-19 together with volatility in the price of oil. So going ahead, I think it provides a good platform to India to achieve the sustained growth over the next few quarters.
Comparing India's growth with the global economic landscape, the International Monetary Fund, the IMF, projected a global GDP growth of around 3% for 2023. Major economies like the United States and China have been growing at rates of approximately 2.5% and 5% respectively. In this context, India's growth rate of 8.2% positions it as one of the fastest growing major economies in the world.
The way Indian economy is growing, and with a population of 140 crore and a demand, we are doing it. And the way we have been able to manage our fiscal deficit, the way we have maintained a discipline on our consumption, and the way we have put in the money on the capital expenditure. Because the budget, if you see the budget figures, you will find that India's budget has improved substantially on capital account. And when you put and spend money more on capital account, obviously that infrastructure, the money which you are putting in capital is going to give you more productivity.
Poised to become a $5 trillion economy and the world's third largest, India currently ranks fifth at $3.3 trillion. According to the Institute of South Asian Studies, India's rise to the top 5 bracket of the global economy has generated great expectations and interest in its future progress. This is particularly significant given the decline in growth rates in China, the main driver of the global economy for several years. The recently concluded general elections will significantly influence India's economic future. Key reforms needed include privatizing underperforming state banks, updating labor standards, monetizing non-performing assets, improving logistics, and finalizing free trade agreements. Challenges such as creating jobs for a young population and managing external shocks like conflicts and pandemics will remain at the center stage. Global attention will be on India's economic.
Oh, what's this?
Unknown जगह और ये भी नया.
अपना पैसा पराया ना हो जाए.
वीजा को तो जानते हैं ना. स्मॉल स्टेप से बनाओ बड़ी यादें. जब सिर्फ 2 सेकंड्स में 500 लेयर सिक्योरिटी के साथ वीजा बनाए हर ट्रांजैक्शन को एकदम सेफ. वीजा मेक्स द बेस्ट हैपन.
एक लड़का अगर अपने सपनों को पूरा करने के लिए पैसों के पीछे भागे तो वो मेहनती. मगर एक लड़की ज्यादा पैसे मांगे, कमाए या चाहे तो वो लालची. अपने और अपनों की जिंदगी के लिए अगर ज्यादा चाहना लालच है तो हाँ जी, हूं मैं लालची।
Amid growing global climate concerns, India's shift towards sustainability is crucial. The domestic market is gradually favouring two-wheeler electric vehicles as greener alternatives. And these scooters offer a smooth, noiseless ride and a digital dashboard, making them popular in households. So join us as we explore how India is all set to become a major market for electric vehicles worldwide.
As people strive for a more sustainable lifestyle and embrace new technologies, customer preferences are evolving. With growing concerns about the environment and climate change, both the government and consumers in India are turning to greener alternatives, driving the market towards electric vehicles. In India, two-wheelers dominate the automobile market, making up over 70% of registered vehicles and more than 50% of petrol transactions. To protect the environment and save fuel, India is rapidly shifting to electric two-wheelers. Take the Sharma family in New Delhi. Like many Indian families, they have switched to electric vehicles due to rising petrol prices and environmental considerations. Satyendra Sharma now commutes daily on an electric scooter, enjoying its smooth and noiseless ride.
सबसे बड़ी चीज़ तो पोल्यूशन नहीं करती और नॉर्मल व्हीकल से सस्ती पड़ती है, चीप पड़ती है हमारे को, स्मूथ बहुत है। ये सब चीज़ देखी थी जब मैंने टू व्हीलर लिया था।
And it's very trustworthy because, you know, if it's petrol diesel vehicle, it's little heavier than the EV. So if you drive yourself, you will feel when you drive a two-wheeler, it's really very, it's like feather. You just sit and drive, switch to drive, that's it. My son is using it while he's going to tuition or while he's just roaming around, even if it's just for nothing, I would say. So two-wheeler, four-wheelers, any of the, I would say, it's economical also. You don't have to rush for fueling it every time. So I just charge it at home. It takes 4 to 5 hours so that I can go for a drive.
The rising focus on clean energy initiatives and the Make in India national campaign has reinforced investments and boosted domestic demand for EVs. And as the country becomes the largest manufacturer of electric vehicles globally, EV manufacturers in India are working round the clock to cater to the increasing demands of consumers while also maintaining their commitment to net zero.
There are over a dozen electric two-wheeler manufacturers in the country. Ola holds the largest market share, followed by TVS and Hero Electric. However, many startups like Gemopai are finding good opportunities in the Indian electric vehicle market as well, and have been committed to manufacturing two-wheeler electric vehicles since 2018. Through their eco-friendly creations, the company aims to cater to the diverse needs of modern commuters and create a more sustainable environment for generations to come. Amit Raj, the founder of Gemopai, recounts his journey. When he started the company, the battery technology was completely different and the vehicles were not as efficient. Furthermore, he elaborated on how technologies and vehicles have improved over time.
So currently the EV two-wheeler market in India is growing on a daily basis, but in the last 2, 3, 4 years, the battery technology is evolving. It's becoming more safer. The powertrain efficiency has increased, and the customer overall riding experience is improving, which is one reason that the customer is switching from the ICE to electric.
इनके बहुत अलग अलग वेरिएंट्स हैं, लो स्पीड से लेके हाई स्पीड तक इसमें बहुत अच्छी मतलब कि EVs आ रही हैं, EVs बाइक्स, EV स्कूटर्स. इनमें लो स्पीड में जैसे 50 to 70 की एवरेज है और 25 इसकी स्पीड्स रहती है, और हाई स्पीड तक है जैसे 65-70 तक इनकी स्पीड रहती है, 150 to 200 तक इनकी माइलेज रहती है.
The consumer's hassle-free experience with electric vehicle two-wheelers and the lower running costs, with electricity being cheaper than petrol, has led to a boom in the domestic market. Electric two-wheelers are a convenient and efficient mode of transportation for short-distance travel, especially in cities. They are mainly utilized for commuting, picking up groceries, and day-to-day commercial operations like delivery and taxi services.
ये बाइक चलाने में बहुत आसान होती है, बहुत हल्की होती है, और जो डेली कम्यूट के लिए चाहिए होता है ना, तो उसके लिए बेहतर रहता है, क्योंकि एक तो ईवी इंजन होता है, तो उसको आप रात को चार्ज कर लिया तो आराम से आप पूरा दिन चला सकते हो, पूरा आपका रेंज रहता है, और ऑफिस कम्यूट के लिए ईजी रहती है. दूसरी चीज़ इको फ्रेंडली रहती है. सस्टेनेबिलिटी के लिए बहुत एक स्टेप छोटा सा ये है कि हम एक ईवी अडॉप्ट कर सकते हैं.
The electric vehicle market in India is shaped by evolving consumer preferences and government incentives, including subsidies, tax benefits, and widespread charging infrastructure. With increasing demand, India is projected to become the largest electric vehicle market by 2030, with an investment opportunity exceeding $200 billion USD over the next 8 to 10 years. The shift towards electric vehicles represents a movement towards a greener and more economical lifestyle for many households in India.
Globally, as we strive to combat environmental challenges, remarkable individuals stand out for their transformative efforts. Today, we share the inspiring tale of a villager from India's Uttarakhand state who, against all odds, turned barren land into lush forests by planting over 200,000 trees. And his dedication not only revived the land, but also sparked hope worldwide.
74-year-old Jagat Singh resides in Malakota village, situated in the Rudraprayag area of Uttarakhand state. Affectionately known as Jungli, or Wild by the locals, he is the creator of the stunning forest that graces the landscape today. After retiring from the Border Security Force in 1980, Jagat Singh dedicated himself to environmental preservation. He meticulously planted over 200,000 trees on nearly 4 acres of barren land, transforming it into a thriving mixed forest, a boon to the entire village. Today, his forest hosts more than 100 species of trees, including deodar, oak, chestnut, and bamboo, enriching biodiversity in the region. In recognition of his outstanding conservation efforts, Jagat Singh has received numerous prestigious awards, including the National Indira Priyadarshini Vrikshamitra Award.
सन 1980 में मैं कम्प्लीटली रिटायर होकर घर आ गया और फिर 80 से लेकर के ये दिनचर्या मेरी जंगल हो गया, सुबह से लेकर शाम तक। और आप इसमें जो 2-3 लाख पेड़ देख रहे हैं चारों तरफ, ये सब मेरे लगाए हुए पेड़ हैं जो आज बड़े बड़े आपको दिखेंगे पूरे। ये सब यहाँ कोई एक भी पेड़ नहीं था। फिर मेरे मन में धीरे धीरे ये बात आई कि भाई मिश्रित वन होना चाहिए, क्योंकि मिश्रित वन से ही हमको हर चीज मिल जाती है। घास चारा मिलता है, फल मिलते हैं, फूल मिलते हैं, हर चीज हमको मिश्रित है। और सबसे बड़ी चीज पत्तियां, जो बिछौना है, जो मिट्टी मृदा की जो हम बात करते हैं, मृदा संरक्षण मिश्रित वनों से होता है। और ये जो पत्तियां गिरती है इससे नमी बनती है और यही नमी धीरे धीरे नीचे जाती है और पानी के स्रोत विकसित होते हैं।
In these regions of Uttarakhand, cheer pine trees, which do not provide many benefits, are mostly found. But with the help of the forest planted by Jagat Singh, an environment has been created where even those plants which previously could only be found in high altitude areas can now be grown. Moreover, this forest serves as a significant water source as rainwater is collected in the roots of the trees. The benefits of this forest are also reaching the people of the village, and Jagat Singh regularly imparts environmental knowledge to the local residents. This environmental conservation work is similar to a campaign, and Jagat Singh's son, Raghavendra, is also following in his father's footsteps and taking this mission forward.
तो अभी जो पूरे विश्व के लिए एक मुद्दा बना हुआ है कि जलवायु परिवर्तन और ग्लोबल वार्मिंग का, इसका एक ही हल है, हम ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा मिश्रित वन लगाएं, ग्रीन कॉरिडोर निर्माण करें और माइक्रो फॉरेस्ट लगाएं। चाहे हम कहीं पे हैं, हम किसी भी रीजन में, अपने आसपास ऐसे मिश्रित वन लगाकर हम अपने जल, जंगल और ज़मीन, इन दोनों को सुरक्षित रख सकते हैं। तीसरा, एक लेगेसी के रूप में अपना ये पिताजी का जो काम है, मैंने इसको संभाला है और आगे जो नई जनरेशन है उस तक कैसे ले जाएं, साइंटिफिक तौर पे उसे हम ले जाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं।
This forest has now also become a research center. Students from schools and colleges visit here from time to time to learn about the trees and the plants. Dr. Vikram Virbharti, assistant professor at Government Degree College in Rudraprayag, has been associated with the forest for many years, and his students come here to learn about environmental intricacies.
The thought came in mind that why not bring my students here, because this is a working model, it's a lab where I can bring my students, make them understand what Mother Nature is, because I am a firm believer of learning by doing, not just by reading and just giving exam and passing on. No, the important thing is when you want to learn about environment, when you want to learn about nature, you have to be in nature.
Jagat Singh's forest isn't just an environmental wonder, It also shows that with determination and effort, one person can make a huge impact. Jagat Singh's story in his forest will inspire generations to come.
Met a girl in France who looked
Be the showstopper, be the showrunner. Show how it's done. Come celebrate the Brides of India with Malabar Gold and Diamonds.
India is a land of diverse cultures and rich traditions that boasts a vibrant culinary heritage that is unique to each region. Varanasi, one of the world's oldest living cities and a spiritual epicenter, stands out for its culinary treasures. And this city, known for its ghats along the holy Ganga river, offers a rich tapestry of flavors reflecting its vibrant culture. Exploring Varanasi streets reveals cherished culinary traditions that embody the city's timeless charm.
As the first rays of sun paint Varanasi's ghats in golden hues, the aroma of freshly brewed tea fills the air, making the start of a new day. For the people of Varanasi, tea is more than a beverage. It's a symbol of warmth and hospitality, integral to daily life. Whether enjoyed at home or at bustling tea stalls, each sip carries a sense of tradition and connection. A must-mention is Lakshmi Tea Stall, near the famous Kashi Vishwanath Temple. Established in 1958, the tea shop is well known for its toasted bread with butter and cream, perfectly paired with a cup of tea.
बनारसियों के लिए चाय अमृत की समान है। जैसे चाय पान सुबह मॉर्निंग में पूरी सब्जी खाने के बाद जैसे नाश्ता कर लिए तो फिर उनको चाय पान चाहिए ही। और जो बाहर के टूरिस्ट आते हैं वो भी देख के यही सब हिसाब से चलते हैं, खाते पीते हैं। और हमारे ये दुकान जो लक्ष्मी चाय वाले हमारे पिताजी खोले हैं और इन्हीं ने चालू किया, इन्हीं के नाम से आज मशहूर हो गया। इन्हीं के नाम से लक्ष्मी चाय वाले को, उन्हीं का नाम था लक्ष्मी।
Venture into the bustling lanes of Varanasi and you'll encounter the irresistible aroma of freshly fried kachoris, or deep-fried breads, paired with a flavorful potato curry. The hot dish, combined with sweet jalebis, or funnel cakes, showcases Varanasi's culinary prowess, offering a symphony of crunch and spice. Rajesh Gupta's Madhur Jalpan, a 75-year-old shop, serves these treats, freshly fried in desi ghee or clarified butter.
हमारी शॉप 1953 से है, 75 ईयर प्रोग्रेस इस समय चल रहा है। थर्ड जनरेशन हम लोग ऑपरेट कर रहे हैं और ये बनारस का सुबह का ब्रेकफास्ट है। ये कचौड़ी है, उसके संग जलेबी है, छोटी आलू कचौड़ी, बनारसी आलू कचौड़ी, ये चलती है बनारस में। हमारे यहाँ शुरू से देसी घी का है और शुद्धता पे हम लोग ध्यान देते हैं और हमारे दादाजी का स्थापित है, हम लोग तीसरी पीढ़ी उसको स्थापित चला रहे हैं उसको।
Amidst the heat of the day, a glass of frothy lassi or a flavored iced yogurt drink provides a refreshing escape. Served in earthen cups or tall glasses, lassi embodies Varanasi's hospitality with a taste of comfort and indulgence. The most famous spot is Blue Lassi in Vishwanath Street, where owner Chanchal adds a special touch with fruit infusions. The cozy blue-walled shop is adorned with pictures and notes from guests.
The shop 96-year-old है। ये पहले मेरे दादाजी के नाम पे था पन्ना लाल लस्सी वाले, लेकिन वेस्टर्न लोग बोल नहीं पाते थे। एक साउथ कोरियन लेडी आई थी जिन्होंने पूरा इसका इंटीरियर ब्लू देखते हुए इस शॉप का नाम ब्लू लस्सी शॉप रखा हुआ है। और जो आप पीछे फोटोग्राफ देख रहे हैं ये मेमोरीज के लिए लोग लगाते हैं कि हम यहाँ विजिट किए हुए थे। हमारे यहाँ 120 तरह की लस्सी बनती है और जिसमें मिक्स फ्रूट, ड्राई फ्रूट, रबड़ी, बनाना, कोकोनट, चॉकलेट, ब्लूबेरी, स्ट्रॉबेरी जो ज़्यादा फेमस है।
As dusk descends, Varanasi streets come alive with the tangy aromas of chaat, a bold, spicy snack made with fresh tomatoes, onion, spices, and lemon. Kashi Chaat Bhandar, an iconic eatery, has been serving its famous chaat for decades, offering an authentic taste of the city.
ये हमारी शॉप जो है हमारे पिताजी का स्थापित है। ये सन 51 से चालू है, करीबन 65 साल हो गया दुकान चलाते हुए, 65 या 70 हो गया होगा। और ये हमारी दूसरी पीढ़ी है। यहाँ का जो टमाटर चाट है बहुत फेमस है। यहाँ लोग टमाटर को जो खाते हैं लोग एक दूसरे से तारीफ करते हैं कि ये यहाँ बनारस जाइएगा, यहाँ का टमाटर चाट जरूर खाइएगा।
बहुत बढ़िया, बनारस को बार बार आने का दिल करता है। मोदी जी ने इतना अच्छा काम करा दिया है, कॉरिडोर इतना अच्छा बन गया, मंदिर की जो पहले संकरी गलियाँ थी आज देखने का हर पल दिल करता है वहीं बैठे रहे। और फिर काशी आगे काशी चाट पे ना आए ऐसा तो हो नहीं सकता, इसलिए काशी चाट पे आगे काशी चाट खाने आए।
Varanasi, being a hub of religious tourism and ancient heritage, attracts countless visitors from India and abroad. Amidst the spiritual allure, its culinary treasures stand out, offering a memorable aspect of the visit. From traditional tea stalls to iconic eateries serving flavorful delights, Varanasi's food culture enriches every traveler's experience.
India's culinary landscape is as diverse as its cultural tapestry, reflecting a kaleidoscope of flavors, ingredients, and cooking techniques. With that, it's a wrap on today's episode of My India, but we will see you next week at the same time. Till then, goodbye and take care.
Refined for the love of the game.
It's a very passionate fan base, and the ballpark is loud. I mean, this is a really great home atmosphere.
One-on-one with Mariners broadcaster Aaron Goldsmith, plus local creativity.
The Pacific Northwest is just so beautiful and inspires such beautiful artwork, and each one of the artists are they're unique.
The pop-up event that celebrates Pacific Northwest artists. And from Alaska's Copper River to your plate, the place serving up some of the tastiest salmon dishes this summer. Seattle Refined starts now. Hi everybody, welcome to Seattle Refined. I'm Gard Swanson. When you think of the voice of the Mariners, Dave Niehaus or maybe even Rick Rizzs come to mind. But there's another broadcaster making a name for himself in the Seattle baseball world. For you die-hard Mariner fans, you probably already know the name Aaron Goldsmith, or at least you know his voice. For those who don't, we want to introduce you to this diamond in the booth. Here's Brandon Bernstead.
Okay, so we'll start with lately moving the cow.
Test one, test, test, test.
It's a perfect day for baseball at T-Mobile Park, and Mariners broadcaster Aaron Goldsmith is in the midst of his pregame routine. Though this day includes something a little different, recording a podcast with his best friend Gary Hill and Mariners president of baseball ops, Jerry Dipoto.
Welcome once again inside the Wheelhouse Podcast. Aaron Goldsmith, Gary Hill, and Jerry Dipoto. And Jerry, things are going very well in Mariner land, I would say.
Aaron joined the M's broadcast team in 2013, and in the years since, he's become beloved by fans, providing the soundtrack to some of the most exciting moments in franchise history.
The ballpark is loud. I mean, this is a really great home atmosphere. When there are 40,000 people in T-Mobile Park and the Mariners have a moment, when you feel that underneath you and you hear that piped into your ears through all the microphones in your headset, there's nothing more big league feeling than that.
Here's the pitch. Julio swings, corks it on a line. This game is now tied!
Aaron's voice, deep and rich, seems almost tailor-made for baseball. But as a kid growing up in the Midwest, he didn't dream of calling games like some announcers do. Instead, Aaron took a circuitous route to the broadcasting booth.
Yeah, it doesn't make for great TV. I have like the least romantic story of how I got into broadcasting. I was the ultimate late bloomer. Like I was a history major in college. I had no idea that broadcasting would ever be something that I did. I listened all the time to sports talk radio and to games. Never one time, seriously, never one time did I ever imagine that would be me one day. I had the light bulb moment truly about a month and a half before I graduated college. I literally can remember waking up one morning as a senior in college and it just clear as day. And at the time,